Hi, my name is Jennifer Maricelli. I also go by JJ, and this is my final presentation for Digital Media Management 535 Digital Content Direction. For as far back as I can remember, whenever I've shared pieces of my story, a common response I hear is, "That is such a full circle moment." The coincidences in my life sometimes feel almost comical, showing me how small the world really is. I dropped out of high school, but somehow I ended up touring with NWA at 18. I then spent close to a decade DJing in Los Angeles, working with people like Prince, Wanda Sykes, and on the TV show Girlfriends. But despite those high points, I walked away from the industry burnt out, frustrated, and scattered across too many roles, really never finding my footing. When I stepped away, I thought I was done, but life had another plan. I became a mom to an incredible daughter, a very talented self taught musician and vocalist. And she inspired me to go back to school, finishing my diploma, then an associate's, and eventually going back and earning a full ride to USC Thornton School of Music in the music industry program at age 50. Today, I'm completing my master's at USC Annenberg in digital media management. Through therapy, self reflection, and years of spiritual practice, I've shifted from accepting no and mediocrity to living with intention, purpose, and vision. And that journey is why I started Full Circle Media, a digital content ecosystem that connects wellness, creativity, and community. As I like to say, the path that broke me also built me. Every detour was actually a direction, every setback a setup, and every no was guiding me toward my true yes. Full Circle distinguishes itself by recognizing the interconnectedness of personal growth, creative expression, and holistic wellness. And it aligns with trends toward authenticity and multidimensional self care. These goals and KPIs reflect industry benchmarks while accounting for the unique positioning of wellness creativity content. Research by the Digital Marketing Institute shows brands that, with clear, measurable goals, perform 45% better than those without defined metrics. Full Circle will launch with podcasts as the primary content driver. At the same time, the company's foundation is rooted in supporting emerging artists like Maraia, using our media ecosystem to amplify music careers alongside wellness and community programming. With our audience analysis, we've determined our primary audience is women ages 25 to 45, and especially women of color, who have consistently proven to be one of the most loyal and discerning audiences in both the creative and the wellness spaces. This group, they value authenticity, balance, and purpose, and they actively support brands and creators who deliver on those promises. Research shows that women drive 70 to 80% of consumer purchasing decisions, and Black women in particular over index in wellness, beauty, and cultural engagement. They are powerful community builders and they do not tolerate ingenuineness. And that's exactly why they're at the heart of Full Circle strategy. Our secondary audience includes Gen X women, a group often overlooked by wellness brands. As an older woman myself, I know firsthand that this demographic is seeking spaces that honor their lived experiences and provide tools for both personal and creative renewal. Our spiritual workout psychographics, we are actively seeking, our audience values authenticity above all. They are three times more likely to engage with the brands that align with their personal values. And with their psychographics, we've discovered they're actively seeking work life balance and put time into personal development, making wellness content highly relevant to their lifestyle. They strongly support independent artists and creative communities, which connects directly to our strategy of partnering with Gecko Presents and elevating Mariah's career. They prefer meaningful, high quality content over volume. And this is why our approach emphasizes depth and value instead of constant posting. Finally, They are heavy mobile users. They engage with social content in short bursts, but dedicate longer sessions to podcasts in the morning and evening, which just happens to match our publishing strategy. Our platform strategy is intentional. Instagram for visual inspiration and quick education, TikTok for movement, demonstrations, and behind the scenes content, YouTube for long form tutorials and full podcast episodes, of course, Spotify for distribution and curated playlists. Cross promotion ensures that each channel feeds the others. We've developed a variety of user personas to introduce a more reliable and realistic representation of our listener. These help us stay laser focused on our customer to fully map out key traits, goals, behaviors, and responsibilities. Here's an example of one of our customer personas. Meet Luna. Um, you can see from the description her personal characteristics, the hobbies and interests, her challenges and her goals, her needs, and where she gets her info. Um, it's quite comprehensive, and that helps us to understand that people have diverse needs and expectations. And this approach allows us to empathize with our customers effectively. The wellness content space is crowded, but current leaders leave gaps. Brands like Melissa Wood Health and Yoga with Adrian, they build strong communities but lack integration with creative and entrepreneurial space. The Manifestation Babe has established market presence in the spiritual entrepreneurship space. Spiritual Workout differentiates through authentic, soulful content that integrates genuine artistic expression with spiritual practice and moving beyond surface level manifestation tactics to create deeper, music driven transformational experiences for creative entrepreneurs. Current wellness content creators rarely address the specific needs of creative professionals and entrepreneurs. And our research indicates 43% of creative professionals feel underserved by general wellness content that doesn't acknowledge their unique lifestyle challenges. Our media strategy utilizes the peso model, paid, targeted ads on Instagram, YouTube, and Spotify to attract new listeners, earned, focus on guest features, reviews, and cross promotion with similar platforms, shared, engage the community through clips, reels, and conversations, owned, control messaging via our podcast, YouTube channel, website, and newsletter. This SWOT analysis highlights our position, our strengths, clear mission, authentic voice, strong production support. Our weaknesses, early stage status and limited resources. Opportunities, increasing demand for wellness, video expansion, partnerships, and monetization prospects. Threats, market saturation, changing algorithms, and brand alignment protection. Together, the PESO model and SWOT analysis provide a sustainable growth strategy. Our visual brand creates connections across stories in the night sky, symbolizing a universe where narratives find their orbit. The cosmic foundation embodies transformation and return, akin to celestial bodies coming home changed. Our three visual pillars, the globe motif, is our North Star, symbolizes completeness and global connection featured in the logo and graphics. The galaxy backgrounds, infinite possibility. Deep space imagery conveys mystery and potential using nebula gradients in vivid colors. Neon signage influence. Urban meets cosmic. Electric colors and glowing topography create a Blade Runner meets documentary aesthetic. Refined rawness in space captures cosmic authenticity through quiet moments, conversations in unique lighting, and creators against galaxy backdrops. Our content pillars um, include creative growth. This pillar supports artists by providing resources, tools, knowledge, and inspiration essential for turning their visions into achievements. Transformation in action is the next pillar. This pillar reflects the heart of Full Circle. Transformation in action is about resilience, purpose, growth, and that it's never too late. It comes from the lived experience and from the belief that change is always possible. Art builds bridges. Full Circle is about bringing people together through authentic stories, collaboration, and shared experiences that create belonging. We are dedicated to keeping creative spaces alive and accessible. Protecting the arts means championing independent voices, supporting local talent, and making sure culture continues to thrive, whether that is music, writing, painting, DJing, dancing, or anything that we deem as art. Lifting others and opening doors is what we truly believe in. The community connection really does bring people together, and that we really believe in that. These four pillars guide our content and our impact. They keep us aligned with our purpose and focused on building something lasting. This is an explanation of spiritual workouts, two distinct versions. There's spiritual workout and spiritual workout for artists and entrepreneurs. They serve different audience needs. The artist and entrepreneur version addresses creative blocks, performance anxiety, and work life integration challenges specific to creative professionals. The general version is more accessible practices for broader wellness, audience focusing on stress relief and personal growth. And then the spin-offs abound. There's a million different versions we have in the pipeline, and it's been a spiritual workout for grief, spiritual workout for teens, for couples, incarcerated individuals, and so many more. For this spiritual workout for artists and entrepreneurs, I'm the executive producer, but I'm also the guest for the entire season. And then for the spiritual workout podcast, Stephen is the host. He's the host of both of them, and he has a co-host, and he will take questions and comments from the audience members. It'll be like a call-in type of radio show format. The Full Circle podcast is where our brand voice comes alive through good conversations with creatives, entrepreneurs, and wellness experts. With bi-weekly releases, we meet our audience where they are, on the go, multitasking, and craving meaningful but accessible content. My friendly and informative conversations with a variety of people, from dignitaries to up-and-comers, make this podcast fun and compelling. Next in the pipeline is Maraia's solo career. Her new single, I Know What You Are, will be released on September 22nd, 2025. And this demonstrates brand commitment to supporting emerging artists. The integration includes podcast interviews, movement sessions featuring the track, behind the scenes content, and cross platform promotion strategy. Full Circle will also build a digital campaign strategy and marketing plan for Maraia and eventually other artists. Her work as a promoter and booker is also interwoven with Full Circle. We both have solid backgrounds in live event production and sound engineering. Our writing guidelines emphasize a conversational and encouraging tone, and we include evidence-based wellness practices and ensure health claims have disclaimers and citations. The language used is accessible, avoiding jargon to cater to diverse educational backgrounds. We are culturally aware and in tune with multiple generations, and also from in hip hop and also in pop culture. Never over the top, just a little sprinkle of flavor here and there, just to let them know. Our photography emphasizes natural settings and authentic moments. Graphics use brand color palette with high contrast for accessibility. Video content maintains consistent lighting and audio quality standards. All visual content includes alt text descriptions for accessibility compliance. We are working with one specific videographer at this time who shares our vision and ethics. His name is Marcelo, and his company is Artists in Culture. We greatly value our partnerships and appreciate such commitment to our shared goals. So the audio video production specs, they enhance professionalism and viewer engagement. And while consistent framing and lighting establish a visual style, clear audio is crucial as poor sound can deter audiences. Noise reduction improves listening quality. Consistent intros, outros, and branded overlays strengthen brand identity and polish episodes. Optimizing content for specific platform requirements maximizes reach and performance across channels. Our development process prioritizes inclusivity. We bring in diverse voices during planning and production so the content reflects a broad range of perspectives. Guest selection highlights artists, thinkers, and community leaders from different backgrounds. We make sure decisions are shared and transparent, not top down. Most importantly, we respect cultural and spiritual traditions so the content feels welcoming, never exclusionary. Accessibility is built into it, what we do and how we deliver content. Every episode includes transcripts and captions so audiences with hearing challenges can engage fully. Our content is mobile first because most of our audience streams on their phones. We distribute across platforms such as YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts so people can choose how they engage. Finally, we use clear language and simple navigation to keep the experience inclusive and user friendly. As DEIA principles face pushback, it is vital to stand firm now more than ever. Spiritual workout reflects diversity in who we are, who we feature, and how we speak. We keep the focus on meaningful conversations that come from the heart, built on care and respect for others. Our language stays accessible, avoiding assumptions about lifestyle or background, and inclusivity is not only our value, it's our advantage. Audiences connect more deeply when they feel seen, respected, and understood. Each platform serves as entry point to broader ecosystems. Instagram posts direct to YouTube tutorials, TikTok content expands on podcast topics, and YouTube descriptions link to specific Instagram content. This approach maximizes content value and encourages cross-platform engagement. Our performance targets are practical and aligned with our mission, aiming for 5,000 impressions on TikTok and Instagram, 100 listens within 72 hours, 50 email opt ins via the 5-day creative reset lead magnet, 300 new followers across platforms, 5 to 7% conversion rate from views to actions. These KPIs measure our ability to connect, provide value, and intentionally grow a purpose driven creative community. We've mapped a structured content process that keeps us consistent and intentional. In Q4 2025, we focus on brand development and content creation. This includes integrating Maria's single release in September. Weekly batching sessions keep publishing on track, while monthly reviews allow us to adapt to trends and plan seasonally. Quarterly analysis helps us benchmark against competitors and refine strategy. Our implementation timeline begins with a soft launch in January 2026, focused on our core pillars. From February to March, we prioritize community building and engagement. By April 2026, we move into a full ecosystem launch with all platforms active. Spiritual workout principles emphasize being intentional and setting goals. Our milestones serve as clear intentions that guide growth. The first step is platform verification, which builds trust and credibility. Next, reaching 1,000 followers across platforms marks our early community building. The podcast launch is our main content milestone, establishing us in the market. A successful artist collaboration shows our values in action by uplifting creative voices. Finally, revenue milestones confirm sustainability and long-term growth. Each milestone is both a marker of progress and a reflection of how we live out our principles. Although I have updated the budget, it's still the goal to start with almost zero. Well, not the goal, but we are still starting with almost zero and we will scale steadily. I'm very resourceful. We have content creation tools, paid promotion, our equipment to be accounted for, platform subscriptions, revenue projections that include sponsored content, affiliate partnerships, premium subscriptions, and consultation services, with break even expected by month 8 and profitability by month 12. Success depends on consistent execution, authentic audience engagement, and strategic partnerships with complementary brands and artists. We know what needs to be done, And now we do. Now we need. We know it needs to be done, and now we do it. What's next for us? Well, our goal is to become a cultural studio for soul-centered media. We're not waiting for permission, just the next collaboration. Whether you're a brand, artist, or audience, there's room in our circle. This is built on experience and driven by purpose. Creativity grows when people feel safe, respected, and inspired. We lead with equity, access, and authenticity, and we commit to challenging norms, growing together, and building something that lasts. I truly thank you for your time and interest for listening. Fight on.